Hello everyone, my name's Collier. Pretty much everyone knows who I am. Today's video I'm basing on is importance. The importance of life, the importance of death, and the importance of everything else that is cherished by us, we as humans. Because, about a year back, I had lost a very important person in my life. Well, he wasn't a person, he was a pet. A very important pet who meant so near and dear to my heart. Because he was so important that I felt like I couldn't live on without him, because he was a big part of me and my family's lives. I mean, every day I just think he'd be one heck of an old dog, but he was a great one. He was a great pet. Couldn't live without him. But still. The word importance, meaning you like it, you love it, you care about it. Basically, there's a lot of things I care about in my life, and there are a lot of people I care about too. For an example, here's a picture of me and my grandparents on the day of my graduation. I was so happy that they came, and I was glad that they were there, because basically they are the most important people in my life, next to my mom and my dad. Because basically, I don't know what I'd do without my grandfather. I don't know what I'd do without my grandma or my mom. But still, they're important roles, or they're important in my life. Because my grandpa, growing up, he was a big inspiration for me. And he was one of the most cunning and most smartest, one of the most caring people in my life. Because growing up was a tough situation for me. Being autistic and all, it was a bumpy road. Because growing up autistic, it's just like you feel all alone. And I felt like I was the most unimportant person in the world because people looked at me so differently. But still, I cared enough just to have my grandpa, my grandma in my life, because I felt like they were the only people who cared enough just to care about me. Sorry, I'm tearing my eye, because I'm just remembering all the pain, the suffering I went through, because it's just like, they were important to me. I mean, there were a lot of important people to me, who cared enough just to be around me, who basically loved me for who I was, even though if I didn't know it. Because I didn't know I was autistic. I never knew, because basically I always felt I was a little different. Sorry if I'm crying here, but that's the importance of people, because I was important enough to be around them, because they cared enough. It's just hard, because the word important means a lot to me, because I lost a lot of important people along the long and bumpy road, because I had to cope with it, just thinking, I lost them, and I can't get them back. Because there's also an importance to death, because it's like, you cared about that person so much in your life, that you wish they were here, that they were somehow here again. But I don't want to bring faith and religion into this, but I'm just saying, we don't know if there's another life after this. We don't know if there is what we call heaven or hell, or what we call God and Satan. I just don't know that. Because I'm finding it hard what I should believe, or what any other person should believe, beyond their own reality. Because it's like, it's a touch and go situation when you lose a person that you care for. Because, I care for a lot of people, and I'm a very sentimental person when it comes to death. Because basically, when I lose someone important to me, I cry. I cry so hard it just hurts, because it's like, they were important to me, and I didn't want to lose them. Because, thinking back, one of my grandpa's brothers was a very important person to me in my own life, because he and I used to get along so well. For the last several years, we were like best friends. Like, I had known him my whole entire life without even realizing it. Because it's like, I grew up beside him, I grew up next to him, And without ever realizing it, he became one of the most important people in my life. And there are those people who form those connections, those bonds, and those friendships, those ties. It just goes to show how much those important people mean to us. So tell me, who's the most important person in your life? Who do you care about so much that you wouldn't want to lose them? Not one day, not 1 second. Would you just rush to their side before you even knew it? I say it with a heavy heart because it's like, I would be afraid just to lose my grandpa because I don't know what I'd do without him. Because he saved me. He saved me from my despair, my loneliness. He was my first best friend. And I'll never forget that, because basically, I'm glad he's still alive. I'm glad he's here. Because basically, I don't know what I'd do without him. Sorry if I'm crying, it's just, I love my grandpa so much. I just don't want to lose him. Because without him, I wouldn't know what to do without him, because it's just like, what would I do just to have him live to be 100 or more, just to stay with him, just to see him smile. It's always a happy sight to see him smile. I love the fond memories I have spending my time with him when I was little. He tells me stories of when I was little. I'm just sorry for crying. I sometimes like to cry or not, but don't think me such a sap, or I don't know. And I'm pretty much going to say my condolences to those who have lost loved ones in the past to the present, because basically they're the most important lights of our lives. And we just have to bear with it, to go forward, to let go and move on, because I have to move forward myself. I have to move forward, possibly through some random act, just to think I'm walking in darkness, but then the next thing I know I'm walking in the light. Because it's like, I know there's something beyond this life, or something else. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if we have the answers or not. Basically, it's all worthwhile just to share your life with someone who you love. And I love my grandpa. I love him with all my heart. Basically, I love all the friends, the bonds, the connections I've made. And I won't ever forget my friends. I'll try my best not to. Even probably when I'm old, I'll try my best not to. Because it's like, one day I'm going to be old and probably forgetful, and I'll probably never remember making these videos, because basically, I don't know what to do anymore. Because basically, life goes on. And to anyone who's a fan of me, I thank you for your support. I thank you for being who you are, and I want you to move forward yourself. Follow your dreams. Follow that path that you have set for yourself. Be guided by your friends. Be taught by some teacher. I am no teacher. I'm only to guide and mentor, or to possibly enlighten or influence you. If I've become something more, let me know. I love you all with my heart. Goodbye, and thank you for being so important to me and to everyone else in the world, because you really do matter. I love you all, and thank you for watching.